And good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Legend of Zelda Random Percent Randomizer Tournament here on Randomania. Tonight, we have an exciting winners round of 16 matchup. It is the conclusion of this match, game number 3, between CrimsonAvix and Nochibato. Hi, everyone. I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23, and joining me on the call tonight is Dracia. And boy, do we have an exciting match tonight. It's winner take all. Winner moves on to the winners quarterfinals, and they do not want to be dropping down to that bonus bracket because awaiting them there is going to be none other than C Falcon.
Absolutely, Laz. And I mean, even the winner of this match will be going up against Antlers, and that will believe that's going to be the Elite Eight.
Correct, indeed. The winners Elite 8, the winners quarterfinals, whatever you want to call it. Tonight for the losers remorse flags, we have the level indicator. So we are not going to know exactly what level we are in when we enter any of the 9 dungeons. So that's definitely going to help us commentators out as well as the runners.
Oh god, I know that Shapes Dungeons plus Mystery Headers is the most irritating thing because it's like, all right, you got to count the number of rooms. But then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all in the teens for their room count.
Right, you're going to know 1 and 2, but yeah, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 8, you're pretty much going to know between 6 and 8. As we're underway, starting at Candle Row, near level 1, and we're starting with all Triforces but 1.
And we start with all blue things. We've got the Magical Boomerang, the inferior model, as some say, but very much supported by Fury SK and yours truly, and the blue ring. So the blue ring and the blue rang.
The blue ring is nice because that means the damage taken is down already to 1/2 of your base value. We see, looks like everything is vanilla. Prices are vanilla. The secrets are vanilla.
That is pretty excellent to see, although we don't know whether we're in first or mixed overworld yet, or second. But it looks like we do have the wooden sword in its vanilla location and no extra candles. Right, so they are going to have to buy their candle.
Yep, they're going to need 60 rupees if they want to buy that prize. And Nochibato, right behind CrimsonAvix, gets that wood sword. So good start for both of these runners. Everything seems to be in its regular place, but we're going to check now the vanilla level 1 location. Nochibato did get a 30 rupee secret. Unfortunately, we're not dealing with 0 HP enemies. In fact, they are shuffled. We do have a secret, so everything that's in the caves and such, that has been shuffled, but what is in there is going to remain the same. As you can see, you have the medium-priced shield, a key, and the bombs for 20.
Absolutely, and we do have HP Shuffle on. Those that blue Lionel on Nochi's screen went down in just 4 hits of the wood sword, which is very nice to see.
Yeah, -2, they can go down in 1 bomb. But some enemies might roll up and some enemies might roll down, and we do have a clock pickup for CrimsonAvix, a chance to maybe get a bomb drop. He does get a bomb drop from these moblins.
Very, very nice. And we've got a very sleepy Taken. Nochi does grab a heart. Again, there are no extra candles, so...
Yep, so a 1 in 6 chance of picking up that white sword item if he can find it. We say 1 in 6, not 1 in 3, because it's a 50-50 chance with the offset that it may or may not be shuffled. And if it is shuffled, 4 to 6. And there's the blue candle for 60 rupees. Unfortunately, CrimsonAvix is going to find one of the 20 rupee door repair penalties.
And Monocle Rock did not open up, so we are not dealing with pure first quest. It's either going to be mixed or second.
Yep, and how that's going to be determined is what is the distribution going to be? Is it going to be first quest distribution on rupees or second quest distribution on rupees? More will be revealed.
Absolutely. And it looks like the Blue Ring shop is a door repair, unfortunately. Crim does find the Any Roads. They're not bad. Could definitely be better, but they're definitely not bad.
I didn't get a chance to see them, but I'll just take your word for it. If what you say is true, C. It's a C. There's the staircase. That's not where the Armo statue item is, but Crimson is going to go ahead and purchase a 4-pack of bombs for his 20 rupees. Nochibato right now is in the Dead Woods at the moment, heading towards the vanilla level 3 location. Do we have an actual level 3 look?
Nope, we've got a second quest overworld.
That is a second quest overworld, so you know what that means, right? Only one large secret for 100 rupees.
Here's just hoping that our runners don't have to buy too much, or I guess for our sake, maybe that they do need to buy too much. You don't have to worry about the blue ring though, so they don't have to. The highest ticket item is completely off the table for them.
Absolutely, they do not have to save up for 250 rupees because they've already got that blue ring doing the double defense. Nochibato in the far southwest corner, we have a normal heart container as the ladder item on the coast. Maybe the items are not shuffled, maybe the heart shuffle is not on. We'll know that later on. But Nochibato is going to head for the vanilla level 1 location. He's already been there because I believe that's where he got his first 30 rupee secret. CrimsonAvix now on the coast.
And Nochi's headed towards the forgotten spot. Crim does find level 9 on the coast.
That's a great early find there for CrimsonAvix, doing the pirouette trick to get rid of that locked door. But of course, can't go into level 9 until we get that last Triforce. It could be level 7 or it could be level 8. I'm thinking with where the location of that Triforce is and how everything is shuffled in, or swapped in second quest, that might be level 8's Triforce. Might be, I'm not sure.
We do not, based on the entrance of that level 9, we don't have a 2Q spot. So that's going to be the Triforce out of 7 that they're going to need.
7, okay. That's a good observation there. You're better at this game than I am, Drassi, as now Nochibato has found the Take Any Roads. And yeah, looking at them, yeah, it's a C.
Yeah, they're alright. You've got one in Death Mountain, and you've got one in the forest. Like, those are important spots to have any roads. But the rest are just kind of meh.
Yep. Looking like our Armo statue item is going to be towards Death Mountain next to Vanilla level 6.
And if that is the power bracelet, they're going to have an immediate spot that they can check.
Plenty of spots to check since it's the second quest overworld. There are lots of power bracelet spots.
That is true. It's with the second quest overworld, it is much more likely that the power bracelet's required, and it is much more likely that the recorder's required.
Definitely.
And given the fact that our any roads are not in their vanilla locations, then that opens up 4 more power bracelet spots that could very well be required.
Bad luck there for Nochibato as he gets picked off by a couple of Linos, so back to start he goes. Crimson, meanwhile, finding one of the 6 small secrets that we're going to see in the second quest overworld.
That any road being in the forgotten spot is kind of nice though, because it is fairly close to where they start.
Yeah, definitely.
Still, it's
doing a nice HUD clip, and there is your power bracelet. It's a little bit early, but it's starting to feel just a little bit suspicious that items may not be shuffled.
We find level 3, and that's, if that palette is correct, that's 2Q3.
Indeed, so we're at the very least dealing with a second quest first half. Which means the palette shuffle is not on, because we saw the grayscale palette for vanilla level 9.
And we've got 5.
That's definitely second quest's palette. So, yep, the palette swap not on.
Looks like Death Mountain is the spot to be for these dungeons.
Yeah, 2 dungeons back-to-back here in Death Mountain. Nochibato finding the real blue ring shop, but there's no need to purchase it. Doesn't have enough money to purchase the bait. But he'll check this push block here. That's where you find the letter, and it's not a letter, but it's money, 10 rupees.
Crim's checking up top of the waterfall here. The very magical waterfall, because the lake up top does not drain. Finds level 4.
Yeah, and this is not going to be a fun level 4 because level 4 in second quest has a whole lot of rooms. Isn't it like 40 or something?
Oh man, 2Q4 is worse than 1Q7.
It is, yeah. It really is.
Because not only does it have as many, if not more, rooms, it's also a lot of them are clustered together, and you've got the walkthroughs, and you've got the. It's just so easy to get lost in there.
I think those might still be intact as well if those are not shuffled. And also there is 3 items. There's going to be 3 items: the 2 staircase items and the floor item.
That does make 4 a good early dungeon to dig, especially because we haven't found 8 yet.
Well,
we do have a heart on the floor.
Starting to get more curious that Heart Shuffle may not be on, but again, a little too early to tell. But Crimson won't be able to get that heart because you need the ladder to get it.
You certainly do. Wonder if Nochi's going to go back and take a look at level 3 there. It could be a very, very quick dig, but appears to not be the case. I think he's pot committed on finding 7.
Finding the magical key would be very beneficial there because your toll in that mugger room is either give up one of your max bombs or lose 3 of your keys.
Yeah, neither of those our runners are going to want to do.
No, they're not desirable options unless you find a bomb upgrade or the any key. Because if you have the any key, it acts as a free pass, and the mugger is the one who ends up being out of luck. Nochibato is next to vanilla level 6, but he's hoping to get a bomb drop from these blue moblins. We'll see if he gets lucky. Unfortunately, they rolled up to at least 5 HP, and nothing doing there for Nochibato. Crimson, though, does find another take any cave, so now he's guaranteed a white sword item, whatever it might be. Nochibato finds, unfortunately, a door repair penalty that's going to bankrupt him.
And Crim's going to check the... get another heart right next to the first heart.
That takes him up to 7 hearts. Nochibato is going to check the push block that you'd see in second quest. And if you're going to find a door repair penalty, find it when you're bankrupt.
Yeah, door repair on 0 rupees is like a mugger room with the any key.
Absolutely.
Sure, take all of the nothing.
Yeah, there are 10 door repair penalties in the second quest overworld as opposed to 9 in first quest. Checking the push block near the fairy fountain. That is nothing.
That's a community hint.
Indeed, it's all community hints. And I think with the vanilla prices, that kind of was a given.
Definitely. Yeah, because that merchant there would be likely talking about the white sword or magical sword item. Right, white sword item or magical sword. You know what I mean.
Yep. We haven't found either or the other yet. For all we know, we could be dealing with a bombs plus seed.
Yeah, 10 minutes in, and there has not been a lot of information found, surprisingly.
Yeah, we found a couple of levels, but we have not found what we really need, and that is level 7. Now, you said that the level 9 entrance didn't match up with second quest, so we're either dealing with first quest or shapes.
And Nochi is finding all of the bomb shops with none of the rupees.
Yeah, you need 20 rupees. So speaking of bomb shops, Crimson finding one of his own. That's the end of the line for him, so he's going to retry to get, I guess, his 8 rupees back.
Hey, those 8 rupees are important.
Well, that's true. Every rupee counts in a seed like this. Again, only one large secret here in second quest overworld. Nochi does get a bomb drop from the blue moblins and finds a take any cave. He'll pick up a heart container and take him up to 5 hearts. Now, CrimsonAvix, it goes back to 5 hearts as well, because remember, he retried after getting a couple of bonus caves, and he seems confident with having just 5 hearts, so that's what he decided to do. Crimson is going to get now his power bracelet.
Nochi's going to pop up to the coast, see what his item is, and does see that it's the heart. And he's going to hopefully make his way down to the coast and find level 9 on his end.
Crimson can't even play money-making game because you need 10 rupees to play, and he's 2 rupees short. Not anymore, because he just found one and only large secret. So if he did want to play, he certainly could. But now with 108 rupees, I don't think that's going to be the case. As Nochibato finding a level 9 himself, and he'll do the same pirouette trick to get that locked door out of the way.
Now, another very interesting thing to note is that with us having mixed dungeons, the dungeon item shuffle is forced on. Because first quest and second quest items have a different dungeon distribution.
Right.
But there is still that 50-50 chance that Red Ring and Silvers will be forced to 9.
Absolutely there. And again, Nochibato trying to, or that might have been Crimson actually. CrimsonAvix also was trying to get to that spot, but just like Nochibato, got picked off by the Lionels, as Crimson now has enough money to purchase the all-important candle.
That is an excellent thing to buy.
Great play there from Crimson, because for all we know, level 7 could be candle blocked.
It is in Vanilla Second Quest, and we've got the Second Quest Overworld.
Now Crimson is going to go back into the Take Any Caves, go back and pick up his heart container, so he's now back up to 6 hearts. Nochibato also at 6 hearts, so both runners guaranteed the white sword item, whatever it is, if they can find it.
And Krim is going to go back and get that heart that he reset out of.
Indeed, so he's back up to 7 hearts, just like he was a few minutes ago. Nochibato might be making another play to Death Mountain. He's going to set up the screen scroll here, but again, we've got these pesky Lionels that do 2 hearts of damage with their sword beams, but Nochibato not heading up to Spectacle Rock, instead going to head for the rest of Death Mountain.
Yeah, the one of the Any roads led up to the Spectacle Rock area, and he finds his hundo, so...
There's further proof that hints are not on, because you see the vanilla hint prices of 10, 30, and 50.
Indeed we do, as Krim starts combing into the, technically not the forest, this is close to start, as the areas are called in the rando.
It's one of the many forests, but it's not the forest we think of when we talk about forests, as Crimson finds level 2, a small enough dungeon. Actually, it's not as small, because it is second quest as opposed to first quest, it's level 2. But he's going to check to see if this is the item, but it is the transport staircase. The other staircase will be his item.
Yeah, it never hurts to poke your head into any dungeon, really, because you could end up just one room in finding an item that opens.
Or just play a nice little game of blockbusters and find yourself blocked by needing to have the ladder.
Hey.
Nochibato's going to take another attempt of getting past these Lionels here, but again, not a fun trip. Even with the blue ring, you're still losing 1 heart. I said 2 hearts, but they're losing 1 heart. But he does find them, and this is huge for Crimson.
We got the recorder in Second Quest 2, Fred.
Interesting. Yeah, that's normally where you find the recorder in Second Quest, is in level 2. Very interesting, considering that it's not Second Quest second half. So, just a
and here's the moment of truth for Krim. Although he decides against bombing that wall.
Nochibato's going to push the block where the arrow is. This is where the magical sword would be in Second Quest. Instead, it looks like a potion shop.
Looks like we are recording to Beaten New Dungeons.
Ooh.
Because that was level 2 where he just was, that the recorder took him to. And I believe that this... Oh. Now I know why he wasn't bombing the spot. He has no bombs to bomb the spot.
Well, so now it takes him to new unbeaten... Oh, wait, this is beaten because
yeah, this is beaten
the Triforce. Got it.
Well, one of our levels is behind a ladder spot on the river.
Yep. And the other one, this is the recorder spot. This is normally where vanilla level 5 is. Or 6, excuse me, 6.
Crim playing a nice game of Dodge the Moblins. Finds level 1. A very, very good spot to record or two.
It's a small enough dungeon, but unlike first quest level 1, second quest level 1's only going to have 2 items. One that's on the floor and one that'll be behind... or no, both are going to be on the floor. There is no staircase item in second quest 1.
And the Aqua Menace room here could have a drop. Well, it might not have the drop because we did see the heart drop in level 4 in a moat room, which is not vanilla. We see the map, which we don't need.
Yeah, we already know this is second quest dungeons. So, Nochibato gonna lose 20 rupees on that door repair penalty. This will be the transport staircase. Again, no item staircase in second quest 1.
And our restreamer Darkfall is pointing out that Blue Guria dropped a bomb, and that does mean that we've got our item drops are shuffled.
Yeah, because these wall masters that are normally in the money dropping group didn't really drop money, and wall masters did roll to 0 HP because they went down in a boomerang shot.
We've got a Dig Dogger, but we've got a Recorder.
Yep. Nochibato finding a small secret. They'll take him up to 51 rupees. And nice bomb shot there for CrimsonAvix to take down Dig Dogger.
And there's a heart drop.
It's definitely looking likely that Heart Shuffle is not on. They're not in the shuffle.
At this point, that is more than it's looking to be the case more and more. You know, 4 had a floor heart, 1's got a floor heart.
Sounds like we have a winner in the Name That Recorder tune, and it sounds like there's something from Super Metroid potentially.
Nice boss room with the keys.
That's not the door repair penalty, and there's the Triforce, so that has been shuffled as well. So level 7's Triforce, good luck finding it. You'll need it.
Oh yes, especially if we're shapes.
Oh, especially if it's first quest.
Oh,
ooh,
we got a red
this.
ring.
Jewelry. So yep, item shuffle is most definitely on. So throw everything out the window.
Yeah, we do not have forced red ring and silvers.
Correct. It could be anywhere now. So with that, that's going to double CrimsonAvix defense one more time, down to 1/4 the base value of damage.
And that's also going to double the amount of digging he's going to need to do if Ganon ends up being required.
Absolutely here, as Crimson finds a 30 rupee secret behind the second quest Recorder Lake. Nochi also finding a 30 rupee secret at Candle Row. Just because you start with 7 Triforce pieces, folks, doesn't automatically mean, oh, it's going to be a 15-minute seat. Doesn't always work that way.
Oh, it sure does not. And Nochi's going to find level 2. Really hope he digs it, because that recorder is very important for exploration.
Yeah, it seems like it could be required. We don't know for sure. As Crimson finds another secret, another one of the small secrets, he currently has 76 rupees, and Nochibato currently has 76, now 77.
And Crim is going to check the recorder spot in the East Forest.
Makes sense. This will definitely be something to check over. And what do we have?
Money!
It's some money. That's good. 30 rupees, 10 rupees for Nochibato, so he's at 87 to Crimson's 106.
Crim has taken the money lead.
Yes, but neither player has any idea where level 7 could be. Nochibato finding the letter, so show it off to the person running the potion shops. We can buy some potions. Nochibato, neither him or Crimson has a potion out of the Take Any Caves. Crimson finds a potion shop, but no letter.
Nochi and Crim both in the forest, checking things out. I believe Nochi's about to stumble across level 1, and yes!
Let's see, Nochibato opting not to dig it out, so unfortunately he's going to miss out on the jewelry, but he knows who he's up against. Every second counts.
Absolutely. And with the blue ring, the red ring is not too much of an improvement, or it's not too much of a desire. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, it's not a huge priority in this situation. Crimson now going to check the desert recorder spots, and that's not where level 7 is, but more cash. 30 more rupees added to his total.
And Nochi's headed back to Candle Row. Sees a bomb upgrade.
Plus, which means no extra swords. So, considering we have not seen Wizrobes in the overworld, that means they're going to be in the dungeons, which means I'm calling it right now. Wizrobe infested level 7.
Oh, that would be beautiful. And based on the number of hearts that Nochi has, that was the magical bombs.
Correct. So you need anywhere between 10 and 14 bombs. Each of those bombs plus is worth 2 extra bombs to your arsenal. It's more than bombs, it's bombs plus. Hope you game show fans got that reference. As Nochibato unfortunately going to lose 20 rupees right there.
Fascinating thing about that bomb upgrade is sometimes it adds to your bombs, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it maxes out your bombs again, and sometimes it doesn't. It's one of the most confusing upgrades to exist in this rando.
Right, so that means the white sword again is not going to be a thing. Instead, there's going to be another location with bombs plus where you need 4 to 6 art.
Go west, young man, as Crim decides to indeed go west.
Now, wouldn't it be something if vanilla level 7 was west? Something tells me that it's, it wouldn't surprise me if level 7 was ladder blocked and you need to get the ladder and cross that area. Because we did see, that one of the levels is there. What if the other level was in the other ladder spot? That would be crazy.
That would be absolutely wild. And Crim is going to go ahead and dig 4. Good play, given the fact that he'll find 2 items out of here.
Yep, we had already seen the heart container, but there's going to be 2 staircase items. Again, it's looking pretty likely hearts are not in the shuffle. They're going to always be dungeon floor items.
And I think the reason why he's digging 4 and not 8, which 1Q8 is very much smaller than 1Q4, or 2Q4 rather, I believe level 8 was the one that was river blocked.
Correct. You are absolutely right.
And Nochi's gonna head into 3. It's a quick dig, typically.
I want to say, and based on what we've seen so far, we're probably going to see a bait block somewhere in this 3.
Starting at the bottom there makes it highly likely at this point.
There it is.
Yeah. Speak of the Gorilla.
Yep, that's normal.
Luckily, there is a cheap meat shop only 2 screens away from here, though.
60 rupees would be the cost, and Nochibato does have enough cash, but he's going to exit level 3 and say adios. And Red Bubble Curse, we reduce our speed. We are slower than Princess Zelda in 4 Swords Adventures if we get hit by a red bubble, and that is not a pleasant curse. I always make fun of her when I see that gameplay, because during the escape, it's like, run! You gotta run faster than that!
Well, the other problem there is it's Four Swords Adventures.
Right. Nochibato here in level 5, which again is going to have... This is the Z in the word Zelda in terms of our dungeon shapes. It's E-A-L-D-Z in that order.
You've won the spelling bee laws.
Right, the second quest spelling bee. I'll collect my trophy tomorrow. There's those dreaded wizrobes here. And finding the book, Nochibato saying because that is not going to be a boomstick. Boomstick not on.
That's an interesting play, though, because it could still be an atlas, and we don't know whether we've got first quest or shapes for our back half.
Right.
Crim taking a beating from these dark nuts and Pole's voices here. Really, if only he had bow and arrow.
You know, I'm starting to get the notion that enemy sets are not shuffled, because we saw Gorillas in 1, we've seen dark nuts in 4, we've seen wizrobes in 5. Looking like enemy sets are not shuffled in dungeons.
I think you're right on this, because we also saw Gorillas in 3, which is...
Correct, yep.
Yeah, 2 and 3 have their data swapped for second quest.
Correct, yeah. 2 is going to have dark nuts and Gibdos and Pole's voices, so yeah, it looks like enemy sets are normal.
Which means we're going to have good old Wizzies and 9.
Which at least means no wizrobes in 7 for the runners. I know we were hoping for wizrobes, but for these runners' sake, they're not going to see it. Crimson finding the red candle, not exactly what he was looking for, but he'll go ahead and pick that up. With the red candle, he can fire it on the screen as many times as he wants. 2 shots at the screen at one time. With the blue candle, you can only fire it once. You want to use it again, gotta go to another screen.
Yeah, the red candle is nice when you've got, as Nochi gets his recorder. When you've only got wood sword, red candle is a good thing to pair it with, because this way you've got a few ways of dealing damage at the same time. You know, you can red candle behind you and then sword in front of you.
Now Nochibato is going to check to see where it's going to take him, and he's going to see that it's going to take him to previously beaten dungeons. Unfortunately, it is not going to show him the way to the missing level 7.
It shows him the way to the Lionel beams instead. That is a brutal, brutal screen
Man, the
to record
Lionels
onto.
they have certainly had their way in this seed so far. We've seen several of those deaths. So one of the things I always used to like to say is, can't have a Zelda randomizer without a good old-fashioned Lionel death.
You are not wrong there.
Is Nochi going to check that recorder spot, but unfortunately hits the wrong tree to dig out as he loses 20 rupees.
To answer Freedom Fighter in chat, we've got a full second quest overworld. And we've got mixed dungeons. The front half is second quest, the back half, we don't know whether it's first or shapes, although looking at this 8, it's probably first.
Yep, this is level 8. So, no, actually, I think the level that was ladder block, I think might have been, it was 6. 6
Yes.
was the one that was ladder block, not 8. Speaking of ladder blocks, there's your Chevy room, like a rock. And CrimsonAvix is going to have to try and find a workaround. Indications are that it's going to be a first quest map, but we won't know for sure until we actually see one, which means, you know what that means, right? We're not going to see one.
You don't know until you know. At this point, it's absolutely looking like first quest, though.
Yeah, we're getting heavy indications. So the dungeons 1 through 6, second quest, dungeons 7 through 9, first quest, which means level 7, 33 rooms of pure torture is going to be coming up for these runners sometime.
Absolutely. Or as Leslie Pro likes to put it, 33 rooms of pure Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
Because we love to watch it.
That's
Other
right.
runners do not like to play it.
No, and level 7 more often than not is going to play tricks on these runners. It's very seldom that you get a level 7 where it's a couple rooms and done. You're usually pounding through 20 to 25 rooms minimum.
Well, 7's dungeon shape is the demon, isn't it?
Yes.
Then it all makes sense.
Of course it does. Well, this is worse than a Blue Lagoon room that CrimsonAvix is in. You've got all of the Dark Nuts, the Demo statues, and bubbles to boot.
Yeah, this is like the Blue Lagoon on steroids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Red Ring is really coming into play there. As he gets a key. Very
Oh,
nice.
look at this!
We got
Nochibato
7.
finding level 7. It was in the recorder spot in the dead woods. Big find here for Nochibato.
Yes, it is. Now let's see if he can actually dig it.
Yeah, he's only got one key and another potential ladder block.
Krim gets another heart. He's almost in mag's range.
Right, he could get the mags bombs plus, but remember, magical sword not in play. It's all bombs plus, so you're not going to get an upgrade from that wood sword.
I wonder if Nochi is aware that Wall Masters are 0 HP.
I don't think he is. It was Crimson who used the boomerang on those wall masters earlier.
That's right. Because the boomerang would have made the room that he was just in a little bit easier than trying to dodge the bubbles.
Oh,
Hey! Hello, Triforce.
Well, like I said, once in a while, level 7 throws a bone, and it certainly threw a bone at Nochibato. So much for 33 rooms of pure chaos. He's done in just a mere few rooms. Off to level 9 he goes. Of course, whether or not he is in true gold mode. Oh my goodness, look at this.
Speaking of throwing bones, we got some silvers on Crim's side.
Well, he still needs to find the bow wherever it might be, and if important items in level 9 are on, you never know. We could see the bow in 9, you just never know. So the 64,000 rupee question, Dracia, is this. Is Ganon going to be required? If not, Nochibato's in the catbird seat.
Yeah, if we've got...
Of course.
If we don't have a required Ganon, this is Nochi's race to lose.
Of course,
and if we do...
I will now throw you a 128,000 rupee question. Will ladder be required?
Ooh. Ganon lurks somewhere. Does Ganon have one N or 2? It depends on the game that you're playing. Actually, it always has 2 N's. Sometimes it has 3.
Wow, good call there. That was way to show that old man there, Dracia. You find the raft. Raft, you would think would be a big find, but that's going to be a red herring for CrimsonAvix. We know we don't need the raft to find level 7. The recorder was the play all along.
Yeah, I mean, aside from the recorder spots, the only spots that have been able to check would be the raft and ladder spots. He is very, very close to the dead woods, though, so he should be finding 7 in just a couple of screens. Checks the one on the world wrap spot.
Yeah, which makes sense, but unfortunately, well, it's just a potion shop. Now, here's the thing. If Ganon is required, there will be a single shutter door room. Upon full clear, if that single shutter door does not open, that is where Zelda is, and Ganon will be required. If Ganon isn't required, Zelda can be behind virtually anything.
Absolutely, and we haven't seen enough of the other dungeons to know whether Zelda and Ganon are in their vanilla rooms.
Crimson very, very close to being where he needs to be to find level 7. He's going to check all the other spots. That's going to be a whammy, losing 20 rupees. Yeah, it's definitely first quest because had it been Shapes, that room would have been Ganon's room because there's only one dark room in Shapes. So yeah, definitely first quest, second half.
That is a good call there.
And here comes CrimsonAvix entering level 7. This is anybody's game right now, I'm telling you. Nochibato has to hope at this point that Ganon is not required because Crimson is hot on Nochibato's heels.
Absolutely, and if Ganon is required, then Crim has a commanding lead with the silvers there.
Absolutely, because Nochibato would still have to find them, which we know are in level 8. But again, the bow is going to be the key here. Nice shot there on the bombs. 2 nice shots there. Doesn't go 3 for 3, as the third one decides to be Troll Dongo.
And Nochi also has not seen the red ring in 1, so he doesn't know yet that the bow and silvers aren't forced to 9.
True, for all we know. And, I mean, Nochibato, when he finds it, as Crimson finds the Triforce, but he's going to keep digging. He may be looking for the bow.
Very possibly. He might be metagaming here. Like, okay, it's 38 minutes and my opponent hasn't finished. Something's required.
That could be one of those games. One of the catchphrases, one of my new catchphrases, by the way, is live by the meta, die by the meta.
Love that.
Yep, absolutely. So, we'll see what's going on here. Crimson up an aid there, so he wants the Triforce now, or, yeah, he's going to get the Triforce now. Looks like he's going to bail. I guess he just wanted to check a few rooms, see if he could maybe stumble upon something, but he didn't. Again, it is 33 rooms, so CrimsonAvix looks like he'll be heading for level 9, and the chase is on.
And Crim is going to be better equipped. Well, we've got a pig, not in his vanilla room.
Oh, which means Zelda probably won't be in her room either. And but Nochibato is able to bomb out because we can't defeat Ganon without the bow and silver arrows. So Nochibato catches a break, so he can keep on questing here in level 9.
Crim is heading in with a significant advantage over Nochi, not only having the silvers, but also having more hearts, and the red ring, and a handful of keys.
Nochibato doesn't really like that reverse C room, so he's going to opt out. So now, CrimsonAvix in level 9 himself. So again, this race is on, folks. Who will find Zelda first, and is Ganon going to be required?
We've got a very, very trolly Dodongo in this slash room here.
Yeah, this diagonal block room is not a fun room to do a Dodongo fight in, and Nochibato wants no more part of it, so he's gonna just...
Oh man! Oh, what a beautiful global!
Oh, absolutely!
All of those Fire Keys dropping bombs for
My
Crim.
goodness, yeah, the bomb bonanza for CrimsonAvix here, but Nochibato, this is where the red ring would have come in handy. They do 2 hearts of damage normally, 1 heart with the blue ring. In CrimsonAvix's case, it's only be half a heart, and 1 heart minus 1 heart unfortunately equals 0, so back to start he goes.
Crim is just finding so many bomb drops that he does not need.
Yeah, this is where a bomb upgrade would come into play, but there were no bomb upgrades to be had. There's a clock drop. Normally you don't see pancakes or likes dropping anything. They're in either the money dropping group or the bomb dropping group.
Absolutely, and Nochi opts out of that reverse C room that Crim just went into. That staircase just...
Yep.
That's right, I believe he took that staircase before, because it led to...
Oh, and Nochibato just got high roll drivered. Oh, what a rude awakening there, down to 1 heart.
And we've got noodles everywhere.
Yeah, those danger noodles, the land molas, especially those blue ones. They do, like I said, it's 2 hearts without any mail, but it's 1 for blue ring, and there's that pesky said, can Nochibato get through? Oh, he got stuck and he almost got picked off because of it.
He made it, though. That's the important thing.
Unfortunately, he's out of the frying pan and into the fire. They're both in the same room.
Got a high five here, and the universal question, of course. But did you die? So far, the answer for both is no.
Yeah, CrimsonAvix, even with that red ring, you're losing half a heart every time you get hit by blue wizards, either their beam or body. When you have bubbles that accompany these wizards, and Demos, not fun.
Oh, absolutely not. But Crim is doing very well in that room. Gets a map for his troubles. Of course, he already knows the shape of 129, but it's nice to see it on the HUD.
Yep. Crimson now now going to bomb to the north successfully, going into the eye. Could Zelda be here? No. The eye does not hold a secret this time.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's that hint that you see in the actual vanilla game.
CrimsonAvix's combat is just out of this world with how he's able to handle these Wizrobe and Bubble rooms.
Nochibato's really had to play it safe because he gets hit one time, he's done. And there it is. Ouch.
We see a tea room with no ladder.
We've not seen a shutter door not open upon a full clear, and we have not found Zelda's room, so Zelda winning the hide-and-seek contest like she's supposed to.
Now see, that Vire room is very, it's very early into level 9, so if they can manipulate the global properly, they can easily refill their bombs very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely they can. And now Nochibato back into Ganon's room again. And oh, he gets Hyrule Driver again, back-to-back times. Oh, man, Ganon not being kind to Nochibato here.
Oh, man, and gets pastaed as well.
Right, and what you mentioned a few minutes ago, Dracia, so far the prognosticators are being absolutely right here. That red
What
ring,
did you just call me?
The prognosticator. Because you had called it, you said that the red ring was going to make a difference here in level 9, and it absolutely has.
Yeah, I mean, taking one heart of damage from Hyrule Driver versus 2.
And now Nochibato again. Will he get Hyrule Drivered a third consecutive time? The answer is no. This time he gets through unscathed.
That's such a trolly exploration route. You have to walk through Ganon's room every time.
It really is. It's the only way you can excavate level 9, though. That's the problem. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Iframes there to not take any damage, but finds himself into another blue Wizrobe room. And look at this. Nochibato, no bombs and no keys. Crimson sitting on 4 and 7 respectively.
Yeah, and there's another very good use of that red candle is fighting Landmolas with a wood sword versus a red candle.
This is why I'm a huge advocate of the red candle. It's situations like this, because you can fire it as many times as you want, and when you don't have Beam Sword, it's a great weapon to have against these Landmolas.
And we've got a boomerang!
Yeah, but we've already got the magical boomerang, so CrimsonAvix has no desire of picking that up. Now, had he picked it up, his boomerang would not have been superseded. He still would have kept the magical boomerang.
I would love for Fred to change it to that just for the memes.
Yeah, put the CV
with the magic
physics in. Yeah, downgrade your weapon.
And we've got to require Ganon. That shutter door did not open on Crim's side.
That's
she
huge.
Is out and looking for the bow.
Yeah, that's huge. So that is bad news for Nochibato, and good news for CrimsonAvix. But he still has to find the bow. Where could it be?
Now suddenly the recorded a beaten dungeons ends up being the life-saving flag.
And next up is going to be level 3. Now the only problem for Crimson is if he wants to explore level 3, he's going to have to get some 60 rupee prime choice bait for this rope.
The good part about that, though, is it's only, I believe the meat shop was only like 2 screens west of level 3.
You're right. Nochibato is done with level 9. Did he discover, or I know he's out of resources. Did he discover he's out of resources, and that is just not good for Nochibato?
Not at all. Because the two things that Crimson saw are the two things that Nochi really needs to see. Number one, red ring and silvers aren't forced. And number two, Ganon's required.
Yeah, right now, CrimsonAvix is all but a few minutes ago, he was looking like he might be in some trouble, but now he is in the driver's seat. But he's still got to find the bow, and there is your smallest dungeon in Zelda that you'll ever see. In fact, I don't think you'll see one that small in Shapes. I've never seen one that small in Shapes.
How many rooms is TQ3?
11.
Makes sense.
I believe the smallest I've ever seen in Shapes is 13. People have told me they've seen a 12 room level 1 in Shapes. I have yet to see it. But in any event, our potion prices, as we kind of anticipated, those are your normal vanilla prices. But Nochibato, that's a very smart purchase, so he can refill his health twice, and of course remove red bubble curses if it boils down to it.
He goes to buy the expensive meat.
Well, he's got the money to do so. He knew where the shop was, so he's just going to go ahead and make that purchase. Can't fault him there. If you know where the bait is, just go to it. You've got the cash. You have nothing better to spend it on, so make that move.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't need the money. Crim, it doesn't matter how many times you blow the recorder. It's not gonna. You've got a secret spot.
Yep, but he's going to go back to where he was. It was level 3, and he'll use that bait. Nochi going back to level 9 now with 8 bombs in hand. There's the Triforce, which of course Crimson doesn't need, but he may grab it on the way out if he finds the second item on the floor.
That also could be the staircase that leads to the other segment.
Yep. That could be here as well. This I'm starting to get the suspicion that Bo's not in level 3, Dracia.
Unless we've got a
True. It could
unless
be.
We've got a staircase here.
It could be. It still could be. We'll find out. Nochibato needs to find that path to Zelda's room. He's got to find it fast and hope he guesses right twice. He has to guess right twice because remember, Crimson already has his silver arrows. And good job, Dracia. You were absolutely right. So we still could find our second item in that 2-room segment in the left side. Let's see if that is the case. Well, there's bombs, so that's not it. Is it in this room, or is it bow blocked? We gotta clear some Gurias to find out.
Wouldn't it be something if those bombs behind the inside of the Stalfos were actually the White Sword bomb upgrade? Nope, we got a wand.
Oh, that's a great pickup for CrimsonAvix because that's going to do 2 HP of damage, but the quest for the bow continues.
It's one of those quality of life items. Definitely not what you're looking for, but if you come across it, might as well pick it up.
I'm telling you, it's either going to be in second quest 4 or first quest 7. Take your pick.
Heck, I'll take first quest 7.
Yeah. Crimson, though, is going to try a level 5. Unfortunately, Nochibato taking another death in level 9, so back to start he goes. And again, that red ring really paying off for CrimsonAvix. Remember, Nochibato skipped out on level 1, and so far, that red ring, I got a feeling, could be a humongous difference maker. Again, still plenty of race left. We still got to find that bow, but Crimson definitely in the more favorable position.
Something that chat's pointing out, we still have not seen the White Sword item.
Yeah, remember
It doesn't
that
necessarily have to be that bomb upgrade. It could be could be something else, and it could be across
and that is
one
the
of the red
third
spots.
time that Nochibato has been Hyrule drivered by that Ganon. That is just crazy.
Looks like Crim is going small to large on these dungeon digs. Definitely not a bad idea.
No, not at all.
The only thing that would make 2Q5 vaguely difficult to dig would be the fact that it's got two sets of transport staircases. Oh look, we got Gliok in a Gliok room.
Crimson unfortunately found what I like to call a red herring. You think it's a push block room, and it's not.
Well, that's definitely a staircase room. And that's right. Nochi did find the book earlier.
Yep. So bad luck there for Crimson. So he is going to leave level 5, and our options are really starting to dwindle. Now, remember that the ladder is blocking level 6. Could this be one of those chain reaction seeds where one item leads to another? Could we have a ladder required to get to 6 that has the bow? Ooh.
And the ladder is the white sword item that's raft required.
Now that!
Granted, Crim has the raft. However, the raft was in 8, which was recorder blocked, so all sorts of fun times. I mean, 7 was recorder blocked anyway.
Knows. Here's the other item. Boy, that's a huge find considering Nochibato's situation. He had no keys. Now he has all the keys in the world. So he finds the second item in level 9. He now knows that Ganon is required. So Nochibato, decision time. Looks like he's going to dig for that second item. We know it is only the wooden boomerang.
And Crim has taken that dip into 7.
Yep, 33 rooms of pure torture, and you know darn well that staircase item is going to be in like the 30th room.
Yeah, especially with that early Triforce. That's a tease right there.
There you go. That's exactly what it is because the game knows it's a tease. Well, there's the. Well, I thought it was a hard container, but my eyes were playing tricks. And yes, it could be worse. I mean, it is just the Gorilla set, not, the Wizrobe set that we have to deal with. Maybe this is the staircase, of course. Nope, this is not it because there's your shutter door.
Crim is making great use out of the wood sword and the red candle, but not the wand that he just picked up.
Wow, he has just enough money to purchase the bomb upgrade, and of course it's going to be vanilla because, again, everything's vanilla in terms of prices and whatnot. So there's your standard 4 bomb upgrade.
Very quick rooms to dig for Crim. Does get a key drop, which is nice, because he's low on keys. He did not see the any key in 9.
Yeah, he's getting down there. He's only got 3 keys even with that pickup. Another red herring for Nochibato. That's not a push block. Normally, level 9 is considered the great equalizer, and that seems to be the case on Nochibato's side, but in this situation, level 9 is only part of the equation.
Yeah, I mean, Nochi had a great lead at first in finding, Crim finding the info that he found with the red ring 1, and then the silvers in 8, and was also the first to see in level 9 that Ganon was required. It just, all the pieces fell into place for Crim.
Sometimes it just works out that way. Some runners, they just somehow, somewhere or other, sniff out these routes, and there is a ladder block here. And Crimson's going to have to clear these rooms. Hey, this is just like the regular level 7. It's this river room that nobody likes.
Yes, full of gorillas.
Blue gorillas, just like in the vanilla game. Except no bubbles. That's the only thing. There were no bubbles. That's a relief.
Yeah, that's... Wake up in cold sweats thinking about that room.
Yeah, it's one of the nastiest rooms in level 7 by far. Here's a push block. Is this the item?
It's a ladder!
Ooh, the chain reaction, and it could still happen.
Yeah, at this rate, either it's in 6 or it's one of the other items in 4 or 8.
This could be. You need the recorder to get to level 7. You need the ladder to get to level 6 that has the bow. This, it's gotta be. Come on, it's gotta be. And here comes Crimson. He is headed for 6. And if it's not in 6, then it's gonna be in 4. Because we know what the items are in level 8. We know what the item is in level 1.
Yeah. 4...
It's the white sword item. That's the only other possibility.
Yeah, 4 the white sword.
Take a look here, and that's just the transport staircase. Nochibato is going to save, and looks like he may make some other plays here, and he's got to make them plays fast.
Yeah,
Ladder item on the coast was the heart container.
The right plays for him are going to be 7, 8, and possibly 6.
Right.
It's Trolla by the Zola.
Yep.
It bops him out of the tornado there.
Oh, Zolas love to do that. And there's your map for level 6. I always like to call it New York. That's what it reminds me of, the shape. It kind of looks like New York.
Yeah, I see that. Oh, shoot.
Oh, shoot. And Patrick Wayne's in it, just like in the real game. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
Now, Nochi's going into level 4. Now, remember, we only saw one of the 2 items in level 4, which was a red candle. There's still one item left outstanding. I mean, right now, Nochibato's best hope is that the bow is here.
And, wow, you called it at the beginning of this race.
I sure
that
did.
A runner would have to go through with the any key, and that is exactly what just happened.
Yep, acts as a free pass. Nochibato loses nothing. It's the mugger who ends up being out of luck. Let's see if this garners him the bow.
Well, this was a route that Crim did not end up taking because of the mugger.
That's right. Didn't
So
have
if
the
this carries the bow,
he still has a chance.
that was a beautiful Dodongo bomb.
But the
They
last
just
one
converged on both sides.
I took the second try at least, but I was going to say the last Dodongo always is the Troll Dongo when it comes to the trio.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Crimson clearing out this room here because it potentially could have a push block, which potentially could have the item here. There it goes, but another red herring.
And the bow being in 4 is a little bit of fan service memery as well, with the D being in the D.
And there's your walkthrough wall. Yeah, it could be the D in the D. It's always a possibility.
It's a possibility.
A possibility. Yes, right you are. Good one.
Or the other item could be bow blocked.
Well, if that's the case, that's actually bad news for Nochibato. And if that happens to be the case, it's going to be Bombs Plus, or it could be the magical boomerang.
Oh wow, that was a very, very nice ladder clip in that room.
Yeah,
by
that
Crim.
H-mode room there that Crim just got through. The funny-looking room is the other nickname I give it, but a lot of people call it the H-mode room.
Yeah, and that was in that room through Wizrobes and Bubbles.
Speaking of bubbles, more red bubbles there. Crimson's able to avoid them, not get slowed down. Here's a reverse C. More Wizrobes, because of course, what would a reverse C be without Wizrobes and bubbles, just like level 9?
We gotta have a little bit of vanilla as a treat.
Now, Crimson, can he get to those bombs in time? Oh, the ball! That's why I have the emote. Now, this is a push block room.
That was the worst troll ever from that slow curse. Oh,
And of course, it's not the item, it's the transport. Yeah, that was the absolute middle finger that the game just gave Crimson, denying him of 4 bombs there. My goodness.
especially given the fact that he also avoided that whiz robe on half a heart.
Yeah, if he would have gotten hit by that, it would have been game over for Crimson there. That would have been a nasty one. And Nochibato falling to the dark nuts here in level 4, so back to start he goes. Man, it's been a rough combat go for Nochibato tonight. Crimson another Chevy room, and
But he's got the ladder, but it's also ugly.
Yeah, with half a heart, he gets hit, he's done practically. And there it is.
I wonder if he took that death just to take it.
It might have been. So, you want to play a Zelda randomizer starting with 7 Triforce pieces, folks.
Clocks on the global for those fire keys.
Yeah.
Rick would be so proud.
Oh, certainly. Crimson's still cursed. And he has no bombs to his name either.
Wonder if he's trying to advance the global in that room that he's in right now. Or just trying to brave through it. Nasty room to walk through.
Yeah, and again, he's down to a heart. Now Nochibato back into this. This is where I believe the heart container was that Crimson found. And now Crimson succumbing to level 6. Looks like he wants to heal up.
Yeah, at the very least, stay out of that curse.
Yep, that's right, because you can do it. You can do that and reverse the curse. That's one of the 5 ways to do it. You just saw Crimson utilize one of them. The other 4 are to touch a blue bubble, drink a potion, grab a Triforce, or go to a fairy fountain. Crimson now back into level 6. He'll try again.
And now he's got the global on the bombs. Fills him right out.
Unfortunately, is a dime and a nickel short of purchasing that bomb upgrade. And Nochibato must be blocked by... Well, he's out of bombs. It's a potential push block room where Crimson is. He's back to that H-mode room again.
There.
Look at this, though. Nochibato making the play to level 8. He'll find his silver arrows here.
Excellent thing to find. Very nice dodging of those red bubbles by Crimson.
Oh, absolutely. In that room, those are amazing dodges. Good dodges past these red bubbles. Now he's into the Chevy room with more health to take out this 4-headed Bleak. Nice job.
Very nicely done.
Unfortunately, he's not able to bomb to the south from that area.
Oh man, gets...
Yep, since he left the dungeon, these wizards respawned.
And that red bubble sandwich. Oh, that's right, the Patra shoot.
That's why he knew not to go there. But he is able to bounce.
Oh, hey,
himself.
another shoot.
Back-to-back shoot rooms. I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's crazy.
I don't think I have either.
The only thing that would have been funnier is if it would have been a horizontal shoot room following that vertical shoot room. That would have been funnier.
That would just be a, okay, how do I get through this? Unfortunately, that clock stopped one of the buyers inside of the wall out of the reach.
Look at all these clocks! CrimsonAvix playing his own version of Beat the Clock. A fourth clock! That's nuts!
And this, hopefully, is our item.
Could be. But he's going to have to take out these blue wizards to find out. Of course, it could be another one of those red herrings. Let's see what happens. Nochibato's in that orange and blue lagoon room, then this is not fun. Bubbles, Gibdos, Darknuts, Beamos, you have it. This is a push block. Is this our item, and is this going to be the bow for Crimson?
Yes, it is.
And Crimson is in the catbird seat. He is just a few minutes away from punching his ticket to the winners' quarterfinals. And there is your chain reaction, my friends. You needed the recorder to get to level 7 in its Triforce. You needed the ladder out of level 7 to get the bow. And you needed the recorder to get to level 8 to pick up the silver arrows. So, yep, this is definitely a chain reaction seed. Not the ultimate one that I always like to see where all of the items are required. You know, the power bracelet, the raft, all those would be required. That's your ultimate chain reaction seed. Crimson, huge position to move on to the next round.
That ultimate chain reaction seed is played quite often by most of our rounds. We call that vanilla.
Except the power bracelet is still not required in vanilla, I'm sorry to say.
Unfortunately, yes.
Now, even in a seed where only one Triforce piece is needed, you still need the ladder, proving once and for all, as I always like to say, ladder is king. So Crimson going back into level 9. He knows where Ganon is. He knows where Zelda is. So here we go. Crimson just needs to find that path to get in there. And now, for real, ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon.
Here's a raft for Nochi.
Yep, and he's going to go ahead and pick that up. Is it a 0 HP Ganon?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Down he goes. We've got Bacon and the Triforce of Power. Crimson now just needs to remember exactly where Zelda's room was, and he's going to be your winner and move on to the winners' quarterfinals.
Yes, indeed, Laws. And Crim will be moving on to face Antlers, and Nochi will be down to the bonus bracket to go up against Sea Falcon. Both of these runners have incredible opponents ahead of them.
Absolutely here. There's that shutter door automatically opening.
And we've got a Chevy Zelda.
Chevrolet Corvette is what Princess Zelda was driving in. You needed the ladder anyways. Whether or not you like it, you needed the ladder anyways.
The Chevy to the levee, and Crim has finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 14 seconds. We get an immediate
forfeit from Nochibato is what you're trying to say there. But great race between the both of them. But CrimsonAvix, yeah, the key was that Ganon was required to win this seed. If Ganon wasn't required, but I'll tell you what, if Ganon wasn't required, Crimson still would have won because he found Zelda's room first.
That is true. that red ring ended up being the key.
I agree. I think in this case, I think Red Ring was definitely what turned this race around because where Dracia, or excuse me, rather his opponent took so many deaths there, did Nochibato. Crimson kept the death count to a minimum with his Red Ring. I mean, he still took a few, just because a lot of these rooms were tight, with combat and, you had limited mobility. It definitely made a huge difference. And with that, we do have our runner up here, Nochibato, here in the commentator's booth with us. Good try from you tonight. You did get to level 9 first, but unfortunately, it was only part of the puzzle pieces.
Yeah, that level 9 didn't help me at all.
And with that, we also have our winner, CrimsonAvix, here in the commentator's booth. GG, congratulations. You were not in level 9 first, but you got all the valuable information you needed first. You saw that Zelda's room was blocked by a shutter door. Ganon was required. You had already found the silver arrows, which were in level 8. And it was pretty much just a wild goose chase to find the bow. And it turned out to be one of those chain reaction seeds. You needed the recorder to get to level 7 to get its Triforce and the ladder. And of course, you needed the ladder to get to level 6, which had the bow. GG to you. You're moving on to the winner's quarters.
Another thing of note, Krim, is the fact that you got that red ring so early. That was huge in a number of ways. Not only did it give you the info that red ring and silvers were not forced to 9, it also gave you that huge defensive upgrade in a very Wizrobe heavy level 9.
Well, not only the level 9, but that level 6 was ridiculous, having
to
go through the vertical chute with the Patra. And, I mean, I was slow cursed pretty much walking down all level 6 every single time I went through it. So I will say that I think it helped out grouping up the blue Wizrobes in the ladder room. But other than that, I mean, that was just a rough seed all the way around. The fact that I was able to find everything I needed in 9, get out, find the ladder in 7, and pretty much full clear everything except the second item in 4, the second and the 2 items in 9. I mean, a 112, I'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was telling people, Crimson, that you may start with 7 Triforce pieces, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a 15-minute seed, as proof positive shows right here.
Well, I think this tournament, I've started with 7 Triforce pieces on 4 different occasions, and only once was Ganon not required, and that was my first matchup against Lack. Every other one Ganon was required, so it became a wild goose hunt. Luckily, this is the first time that we've had 7 Triforces that it actually recorded due to completed dungeons and not incomplete one.
Oh, yeah.
Recorded to unbeaten dungeons would have made this a 2+ hour seed.
Yeah, because then you would have needed to find level 6, which had the bow, level 8, was recorder block that had your silver arrows. Yeah, I mean, that was a blessing right there. I mean, yes, finding level 7 was tricky, but both of you did eventually end up finding it. I mean, you found it a few minutes later than Nochibato did, and of course Nochibato got to level 9 first. But yeah, you had many more advantages than Nochibato did. I mean, you had the red candle, which was very useful in those Landmola rooms. Obviously, you had the red ring. You just had a lot more advantages going to level 9 than your opponent did, and that was the reason why you won this race. Well deserved.
Thanks, and thanks for quite the series of races, Nochi. This was a lot of. I wish I could use the word fun, but I can't because it's a nightmare. But
that seed was not fun. I mean, when you have 7 Triforce pieces and it takes an hour 12 to win, it's a miserable seed.
I'm nowhere near done. I don't even know where 6 is yet because I never had to go there.
Well,
I had nothing. I went to 4. Oh, there's 2 items in 4. Can't find them. Let's go to 8. Can't find them.
Well, you found the raft.
Done. Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah. Turns out that the red candle was one of the items in level 4. We never found the second one. It was either going to be the magical boomerang or the other bombs plus.
No, I didn't even see the magic sword upgrade, so I was completely clueless.
Only Nochibato found the bombs plus. It was behind where the 30 rupee secret is, one screen east and south of vanilla level 1.
Okay, yeah, I didn't even burn around start. So, yeah, level 4, I'm very, very heavily guessing that the second item was Goma blocked. There was that double block room.
Yes, there was a double block room. Both of you had seen that blue Goma room. Yeah, that considering where the bow was, it probably was there. And again, it was either going to be the other bombs plus, or it was going to be the magical boomerang. We never found the white sword item for curiosity's sake. That was never found.
But yeah, that was fun. I guess I get to maybe practice Elite 8 flags and get ready for Mirror Overworld and all that stuff.
Indeed, Crimson. You are moving on to the winners quarterfinals, the Elite 8 versus Antlers, another tough opponent. So we expect to see some more fireworks.
But I do think I'm going to jump out of here because I got a sun I have to get to bed. So thanks for the reshun, guys. Thanks for commentary, Dressy, and Laws, and best of luck going forward. No.
Thanks. Good game, Crimson. I had no, I was nowhere near finished. I'm so glad you got done.
Well, it's not over for you yet, Nochibato. You do go into the bonus bracket, but your next opponent is whoever was going to win or lose. They were going to have a tough opponent next match, anyways. Because your next opponent's going to be C Falcon, as you know, a veteran of the Nightlies, probably one of the best runners that you don't hear much about. But either way, it's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah, about a week ago, I saw that my potential opponents were either going to be Dark Falls, Antlers, Jay Coper, Sea Falcon, or Truant Gamer.
And those are
I knew I was doomed from the start.
Yeah, those are all established Z1R runners right there. I mean, no matter who you were going to face, I mean, it just goes to show, over the past couple of years, the amount of talent that has crept up from the field has grown exponentially. So you're starting to get to the point where no matter who you face, it's going to be a tough opponent because they're all good.
I'm looking forward to it, but I'm going to need to gamble a lot, but even that might not be enough, especially if I just get roughhouse like I did today.
Well, sometimes seeds are like that, but maybe the next seed will be better for you. But GG, a very competitive race, and we wish you the best of luck in your next one.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the commentary. Thank you, Dark Falls, for restreaming. Thank you, Magic Friends, for tracking. And yeah, I hope to have a good showing against Sea Falcon.
It's definitely going to be an amazing race to see. And GG again, thank you for running this very brutal seed. And to all of our viewers, it looks like we are going to be going to Speed Gaming 5. Amazing Toaster versus Angel FM is underway right now.